The United States in 2025 feels like a country at a crossroads. Every day headlines scream about division, economic uncertainty, and political upheaval. But beneath the surface of the breaking news, there's a much more nuanced story, one that rarely makes it to the front page. Today we're going to take a deep dive into the real state of America in 2025. What the media isn't telling you. First, let's talk about the economy. The headlines might talk about inflation, recessions, or the stock market's roller coaster ride, but what's often missed is how everyday Americans are really feeling. For millions of families, the cost of living has soared beyond expectations. Housing, healthcare, and even basic groceries are stretching budgets thinner than ever. While Wall Street celebrates new records, many Americans are looking for jobs just to make ends meet. The middle class, once the backbone of this country, is shrinking faster than these families. But it's not all there are pockets of innovation and resilience spread across the country. Cities like Austin, and Raleigh are emerging as jobs attracting talent. The tech industry, despite years of layoffs and automation, is pivoting into clean energy centers, creating new opportunities. Questions about workforce retraining and still leads me to speaking of technology and artificial intelligence is transforming life in ways that seem straight out of a science fiction movie. From AI-powered assistants in homes to algorithms that influence what news you see, the technology is reshaping everything. However, the conversation about AI often misses the human side, the ethical concerns, privacy issues, and the threat of misinformation. In a country where trust in media and institutions is already low, the rise of AI-driven content makes it even harder. It's true. Politically, there are the partisan battles that define the intensify. But instead of focusing on political, it's crucial to look at the economic inequality issues that private changes to private polarization, younger generations of millennials and social justice. While some older communities feel left behind, this generation is this was mental health is another issue shaping the nation's future. The pandemic exposed and worsened a crisis that had been simmering for years. Stress, anxiety, and depression are at all-time highs. Yet mental health resources remain inadequate, especially in rural areas and underserved communities. This gap has real consequences for schools, workplaces, and families trying to cope in a fast-changing world. Environmental concerns also loom large. Climate change is no longer a distant threat, but a lived reality. Wildfires in the West, hurricanes along the Gulf Coast, and flooding in the Midwest are disrupting lives and economies. While federal and state governments have launched initiatives for clean energy and sustainability, the pace of change often feels too slow for those on the front lines. The debate over energy policy reflects broader tensions between economic growth and environmental protection, especially in regions dependent on fossil fuels. On the cultural front, America is continuing to wrestle with its identity. Discussions about race, gender, and history are more intense than ever. Debates over education, monuments, and media representation reveal a nation still struggling to reconcile its ideals with its realities. Yet there is also creativity and activism, driving change from grassroots organizations to artists using their platforms to shape a inclusive future. So what does all this mean for the average American? It means living in time of uncertainty, but also wonderful potential. The challenges are real and complex, but so are opportunities for growth. Understanding the picture requires looking beyond the headlines and the partisan noise to see the human stories, communities adapting, and innovations connecting. In 2025, America is not a single story. It's a story of transformation. And to navigate that transformation, we all need to stay informed, stay engaged, and most importantly, stay hopeful. Thanks for watching. If you want to explore more about what's really happening in the US today, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you won't miss our deep dives. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. What's your experience of America in 2025? We'd love to hear from you.